Hey guys, it's Bryony Rose here, and today I thought I would do a different type of video, which is going to be a story time on my West End Live experience. So I'm going to give you kind of some information, some background information, so the story time actually makes sense. But essentially, West End Live is an event. It runs every year for 2 days, so it's over a weekend, usually in June. Loads of different musicals come together, which are in the West End, and they perform like a selection of songs, sometimes only one, sometimes for like 3 or 4. And loads of people can come for free and watch all these different musicals for a day or 2 days. So it's a really cool event, loads of people go, like it's such a big hype for musical theatre people. I love it. I've been going for like ages. I don't know how long I've been going for actually. I think I've been going since I was like 7, 8, 9ish, so like no, more like 9. So I've been going for like nearly 10 years. So it's a really big event, and actually last year over 80,000 people went. So it's a huge big deal for the musical theatre people. So it's a really cool event, and essentially I run the Instagram page for this event, which is crazy. So this is kind of the story time about how that came to be, so I hope you enjoy. So first of all, let me kind of go back all the way to the beginning. 2015 I went to West End Live, and as I do, I go all the time, so for me it wasn't even like a special thing. I was like, I'm just gonna go to West End Live. Like, it was one of those things I just know in June I'm gonna go. Like, it's always in my diary, regardless of which weekend. I've always book off like the full like weekends in June, because I'm like 100% I'm going to West End Live. So this was very similar. It was 2015. I was like, I'm gonna go to West End Live, and my little 14-year-old self was like bopping there, and I absolutely love West End Live. I thought it was great. And one of the things they do is they talk a lot about their social media. So they were saying, make sure you follow us on Facebook, make sure you follow us on Twitter. And I was like, why aren't they telling us to follow them on Instagram? So I like typed in West End Live on Instagram and nothing came up, and I was like, how do they not have an Instagram page? This is ridiculous, because I didn't use Facebook or Twitter at this point. I only used Instagram because I was quite young and I don't know, I just only used Instagram. So I was like, oh, I'll just take their username. Like, I don't really know why I thought that'd be, like, why I did that, but I was like, oh, I just, like, take their username and then maybe I can do some posts for it or whatever. So I made a new account. So I think this was like after West End Live was over, because obviously I wasn't going to do it while I was there. So I'd got home, I like set up a new account and typed in West End Live. It worked, so I was like, brilliant. So that's how I got the account with the username. And so obviously 2015 had ended at this point, so I kind of didn't use it. Like, it was inactive for pretty much the whole year. 2016 came around and I started getting some followers, and bear in mind I wasn't really that, like, I had other Instagram accounts for like other fandoms and stuff, but like I wasn't really focused on this West End Live account. So I posted some occasional things during the 2016 West End Live, but like nothing special. Like, it was kind of like, oh, here I am. And bear in mind, I used to queue and I used to be really dedicated to go to West End Live, and I was old enough now I can kind of go independently, so I kind of tried to document it, but it was really crap, to be fair, because no one really knew what my account was. That happened, and that's kind of it. I think I had a few followers. Like, it really wasn't that big of a deal at all. And I'm really annoyed, because I wish I screenshot like what my account used to look like, but I just never did. Like, I tried to go back through my like iPad stuff, but I couldn't find any. Otherwise I would insert it, but I'm sorry, I don't have that anymore. Yeah, so that happened. 2017 rolls around and I'm a lot more into West End Live. Like, I'm hugely dedicated. So the 2017, I actually woke up at 3 a.m. and I got there for 4:30. Like, 4:30 in the morning, I was there queuing for West End Live. Like, I honestly, the dedication I had for this, I was like 100% I'm gonna get there really early. So that's what I did, all by myself, bear in mind, because none of my friends wanted to queue that early in the morning. I sat there for like 7 hours, I think it was, until it opened, and then I went in. I was front row, and that for me was probably the highlight experience for me, was being front row. Like, I thought I couldn't get any better than that, and I was like, oh my gosh, I'm front row, I've got amazing view, and I really just enjoyed the event. I did document some more stuff, and my followers were going up, so I think I had like 400, 500 at this point. And a lot of people would just ask me to like document the event, so that's essentially what I did, and I was basically just a fan account. And I was the only fan account as well. Like, there was no other fan accounts on Instagram, so people liked the fact that I could just post stuff and they can read it. So West End Live 2017 ended, and then there was obviously a whole year until 2018. And around, I'm gonna say maybe like January, February time, my followers also started to go up, and it was just a bit random. Like, I think they announced the dates for Western Live 2018, and they must, like, I don't know how, but a lot of people started following me, so I had now between 1,000-ish, 2,000 kind of ish. Like, that for me was like really high. I was like, oh my god, I've got 1.2k whatever. I was so happy about it. Like, to think I was that gas is to me like I don't know what I was doing, but I was really happy. I was like, oh my god, I've got this amount. Like, it was great. I had all these followers. I was like, bloody hell, this is amazing. And then I got a message. Yeah, I got a message, and I was like, oh my god, I'm in trouble. Like, and I don't really know why I thought I was going to be in trouble, but I was like, oh my god, is this like illegal? Because who messaged me was London Theatre, and London Theatre own the whole of West End Live. Like, they run lots of different things, but one of the projects they actually own is West End Live. So I was like, oh my god, why are they messaging me? And they like DM'd me on my Instagram account, and they essentially were like, would you like to work with us using your Instagram account to let everyone know about West End Live, but via Instagram as opposed to just our Twitter and Facebook page? So I was like, okay, well, are you going to take my account off me? They were like, no, you can work with us, so you can still own the account, you can still use the account, but we will basically give you all your information, we will give you stuff to post, and you can still post your own things. And I was like, oh my god, yeah. Like, I didn't even hesitate. I was like, oh my god, that's fabulous. So I was like, yeah, of course. So that was like February, and most of the like core information comes out around May, which is about a month before. So nothing really happened like for a few months, and then May came along and they started sending me more information. Like, I got told the lineup and then when to post it, and I felt like so much responsibility, but I was so excited about it because, bear in mind, I was such a big fan. It felt like I don't know, it felt like I was being like rewarded for all the like time and commitment I'd put to West End Live, and I was like, oh my god, I'm like, this is great. So I was so happy. Like, I remember telling my friends, I was like, oh my god, like they've sending me information, they send me photos and stuff. So I'd post, and my likes were going up. Like, I was going from like maybe like 2,000 to 3,000-ish followers. Like, they were going up considerably. And yeah, so then what happened is that the month of West End Live, I get a message from London Theatre basically saying to me, we'll allow you to go backstage to take some like really cool shots for your Instagram. And when I mean, I was shook. I was like, what? Like, I can't even describe to you. I think I cried. Like, I'm not joking. I actually think I cried. I was that excited. But I was like, what the hell? Because bear in mind, I was still planning to queue from 4:30 in the morning because I was like, I want to be front row. So then they were like, you can go backstage. I was like, okay, but then that still doesn't mean I can like go front row. So I was like, asking him, he was like, well, you can just go in the photographer's pit. So the photographer's pit is basically the section at the front of the stage, which is like for the people who are like filming it and doing all the photos and stuff, but you don't have to like queue. Like, you only selected people allowed in, so I didn't have to queue essentially to go in. That's kind of what happened. Western Live rolls around, so it's like the 17th of June. I'm like really excited. I like get there, and a lot of my friends are in the queue because, bear in mind, like, there's quite a lot of us who go to Western Live every year and who I know. So my mum was there. My mum was like so happy for me. She was like, oh my god, like, she felt like I felt like she had like a really proud mummy moment because I'm there like, oh my god, I own it, like. And it was really cool. So I started doing some like Instagram like posts, you know, like kind of like Instagram stories. That's the one I think of. So I started Instagram stories. I'm gonna put some here. You can have a look kind of what I filmed. But essentially, I filmed some stuff. I spoke to some people. I met Amy Lovat, which honestly I was so excited about. So I follow her YouTube channel. She's a great girl. I love her so much. Shout out to you, Amy. But essentially what happened is that she was there and I was like, oh my god, I love you. She was like, oh my god, thanks. So I took a snap of her, so you can see that there as well if you want. So that kind of happened. And what happened was that just before it opened, I went back through the backstage and they gave me a funky pass. So I actually got two. I can't find the other one, so unfortunately you can only have this one. But essentially, let me put that into focus for you. Okay. So this is the pass I got, and it essentially says photographers press pit only. So what happened was they had like access all areas. Should have just got, but because I didn't have enough, they gave me this one, which allowed me into the photographer's pit, which was the front part. And also I got given another one, which was performer, which allowed me to go backstage. I just can't find that one, unfortunately. I was allowed into both of those areas. So the first day I was a little bit more like I didn't want to like push my luck, if that makes sense. So I stayed in photographer's pit. I took some footage. Like, I didn't really say I did like anything overly exciting, to be fair. I went backstage for a few of the performances, but so basically the backstage area, to kind of explain it to you if you were interested, you go backstage and there's like 3 giant trailers, and each trailer has like a kind of picture on the front which has what times the people are in there for, which is where they kind of practice, they get changed, etc. And then in between it is like kind of just cast members running back and forth, so like if they've just finished performing, if they haven't, and there's a giant ramp which leads up to the stage. I was just like walking around there, like I kind of was just looking around at everyone like, oh wow, but like I wasn't really doing a lot, to be fair. I was just a bit in awe. And that was kind of how the first day went, to be fair. But then the second day came around and I was a lot more confident, because bear in mind, I feel like I don't come across like this, but I'm quite a shy person when it comes to like doing something by myself. And essentially I was by myself. I was independently walking around this place, and I felt a bit intimidated because there was a lot of performance and there were loads of people I recognised that I felt like I was fangirling over, but I didn't want to look strange. So the second day rolled around, same thing happened. I whipped out my lovely lanyards. I was like, oh, let me in, and they did. And I went backstage, but this time I don't really know why I did this, but I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go on the stage. So it starts at 11, it starts at 12 on Sunday. It starts at 11 on Saturday, but 12 on the Sunday. So it was like 11:45. If you're queuing, they let you in half an hour early so they can make sure everyone gets in. So there's a good half an hour where people are like waiting for it to start, but nothing's happening on stage. So I was like, I'm gonna take a photo of everyone from the stage. But I didn't like clock like the reverse of that. Like basically I'm going to be on the stage and everyone's going to be watching me. Like I didn't think of it that way. So I had like my Western Live top on, which I can't find, hence why I'm not wearing it. But so I had that on, and I had some other like, I had like my lanyards on. I looked crazy, to be fair. And it was like maybe like 10 minutes, 15 minutes before Western Live starts. And I had my phone, I was like, okay, I'm going to film this. So I walked up the ramp and I like popped my head out and I was like, oh my god, I'm on the stage. So not only did I do that, no, I walked full on onto that stage and I stood on the middle of the stage. So I'm going to show you a photo because my mum took it, because my mum was front row, right? So my mum was watching me from the stage, so she took a photo. So yeah, have a look at that. It's so cringy, honestly. But yeah, I ended up going on the stage, which was really exciting. And I saved the best till last. The best thing, which actually for me it wasn't too, like, I like Heathers, but like I feel like for a lot of people this was like the coolest thing, which I did. For the Heathers performance, which was like loads of people were so excited about, I actually was in the wings. So I'll play a video while I talk to you. I was stood at the wings and the cast members like had to walk past me to walk on stage. So I watched the performance from the back, but like I was basically on the stage as they performed, which was crazy. Like honestly, I can't believe I did something like that. So that was probably the highlight of my whole, of the whole weekend. Maybe that, and also the fact I got to see Six and I got to meet them backstage. But like back then I wasn't as obsessed as I was now, so I feel like I didn't really like understand the hype as much, but I really enjoyed it, so that was really cool. The best thing was that my followers went up, honestly. So I must have gone from 2k to like 4k in the space of a weekend. So like one of the things I actually had to do is I had to switch off my notifications, because I'm not famous, right? I mean, as you know, so I'm not used to it like going ping 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 ping. That's essentially what it did. So I'd go and try and film something and it'd be like, this person followed you, this one, and it was just the whole day was like ping ping ping. So I had to turn my notifications off, which was the most funniest thing ever. So by the time I actually bothered to look at the end of like the day, I'd like gained so many. So I thought that was quite cool. But I'll show you, I mean, I don't really know why I'm showing you this, but I'm going to show you anyway. This is essentially what the account looks like on my phone. In case you were, I mean, this is like proof I own it. I mean, I wouldn't lie to you about that. And I have just reached 6,000 followers, which is absolutely insane. Like, I've never had an account over 2,000 before. So having 6,000 people is crazy. So I am so grateful for that. And if you're watching this and want to follow it, go ahead please. But I also actually have a personal, which is called Bryony Sherry, and I'll link it down below in case you want to follow me on that. So I guess to summarise as a whole, that's kind of my experience working for Western Live, and even more excitingly, I'm doing it again this year. Woohoo! So Western Live 2019, I'm going to be running the Instagram account for, which is crazy. I'm going to probably be able to go backstage again. I mean, to be fair, they haven't confirmed it, but like, I'm pretty certain I'm going to be doing the same thing I did last year, which is so exciting. So if you see me, come say hi. Like, I love meeting people. Like, I think it's great, and it's going to be so great this year. And also let me know if you're coming to Western Live this year, because you should. If you're not already going, you need to go. But yeah, that's my experience at Western Live. If you like this video, please go like and subscribe. It'd mean the world. I'm also so thankful for all the subscribers. Like, what the hell? I'm on 500, which is crazy. Stay tuned. I post every Saturday, so stay tuned for the next video, and I will see you later.